There lived a girl whose beauty could silence birds in mid-flight. Her name was Neka. Her skin glowed like wet clay after rain, her eyes held stories even the griots hadn't told. But no man dared ask for her hand. Some said she was too proud. Others said she was cursed. Neka, however, longed for love. The kind of love that would see her. Not just her beauty, but her soul. One evening, as the moon hung heavy and full, she heard footsteps behind her. She turned, slowly, and there he stood. A man she had never seen. Tall. Graceful. Eyes like polished stone.
You walk like the sky watches you.
He told her his name was Obina. He claimed to be from a distant village. A traveler. A dreamer. A man with no past, only a future. And just like that, the girl the village feared had fallen in love with a stranger no one knew. He brought kola nuts. He bowed to her father. He spoke like thunder, smooth, but commanding. Where are your people?
Far. But I am ready to make this village my home.
They were married under a red moon. The village rejoiced, unsure why, but unable to resist the joy. But that night, instead of taking her home, Obina took her deeper into the woods. We live in a place more peaceful than this village, he said. Where no one judges, and the stars are closer to your skin. She stepped inside. And then, she saw something that froze her breath. The hut was silent. Too silent. And the people, if they were people, did not move. Did not speak. Their skin was pale like ashes. Their eyes, open, but hollow. As if looking at nothing and everything. One of them turned to her. Slowly. Neck creaking like a dry tree branch. And then, it smiled. Welcome, Neka. We've been expecting you. Obina, what is this place? Who are these people? My family. They are, between worlds. Like me. Obina had died many moons ago. Killed in battle. Left unburied, his spirit wandered, angry, forgotten. Until he found Neka. Her laughter awakened something, a longing even death could not bury. She ran. Branches tore her wrapper. The air grew heavy. The forest twisted around her like a maze. And behind her, she heard them following. Silent. Swift. In the middle of nowhere, stood a tiny hut. And inside, an old woman who knew the spirit world better than any priest. You followed a ghost into the forest, child. And now you must choose, leave his world, or become part of it. To escape a spirit's bond, you must uncover his true name. Not the name he gave, but the name he was buried with. Neka remembered. The strange symbol on his chest. The one her grandmother once told her belonged to the warriors who died in the Great Yuzo War. He lied about who he was. She had to go back. Not to stay. But to find the truth, and break the bond before the next moon, or risk being trapped forever. Obina waited for her. His face now colder. His eyes glowing faintly. Love, now replaced by possession.
Why did you run, Neka? I gave you everything, even my death.
She took a deep breath. Her voice steady, even as her knees shook. Your name, your real name, is not Obina. You were once called Ikedi, son of Yuba, warrior of the Yuzo War. I see you now. And with those words, the spirits began to rise from the ground. The dead do not sleep quietly when their names are called. Neka had spoken Ikedi's true name, and in doing so, awakened something ancient. Something buried. He screamed. Not in pain, but in remembrance. For the first time in many moons, he remembered who he was. And why he refused to leave the land of the living. Ikedi had been a warrior. Brave. Loyal. But betrayed by his own brothers. slain in the forest and left unburied, cursed to wander as a spirit, hungry for justice and love. If no one remembers me, I will never sleep. But Neko's words had done more than restore his name. They had opened the gate between the living and the dead. He cannot leave this world without standing before the council of ancestors. You must come too, girl, for you tied yourself to him willingly. And so, they stood before the elders beyond death. Time stood still. The air was thick with memory.
Elder One. Why did you take a living bride, Ikedi? Because love reached me when even death could not. Elder 2. And you, child, would you marry death again, if given the chance?
Not death, but the soul within it. But not all spirits rest peacefully. From the cracks of the underworld rose Ekwensu, a trickster spirit, forgotten by most, feared by all. Ekwensu, deep, laughing ho 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 ho. The living girl in the realm of the dead. She belongs to me now. Ekwensu throws a dark chain at Neka. Ikedi jumps in front, absorbs it. He falls. To protect her, Ikedi sacrificed what was left of his power. His form began to fade. The chains meant for Neka now pulled him into the abyss of the forgotten, where lost souls vanish forever. Neka screaming. Her voice echoes through the spirit realm. No. You cannot take him. He found peace. He remembered his name. But spirits do not weep unless they remember love. And on that day, the ancestors wept. The old woman steps forward, holding a staff with a glowing god. There is one way left. But it must be her who walks the path. To save Ikedi, Neka must journey through the Valley of Broken Names, a realm where forgotten spirits roam, desperate for memory. If she survives, she may bring him back. And so she walked. Through dust. Through silence. Through stories half remembered and names half erased. Spirits, whispering. Do you remember me? Will you speak my name? Will you carry my story? Neka stumbles upon a large stone with Ikedi's name fading. She had to call it out. One more time. With her whole heart. For Neka, tears in her voice. Ikedi. Son of Yuba, warrior of the Yuzu war. I remember you. Sudden flash of light. The stone cracks open. A hand reaches out. Endi from the land of the forgotten. Ikedi rose once more. But this time, as a man, not a ghost. Neka and Ikedi returned to the edge of the spirit world, embraced by ancestors. The old woman watches silently. He was reborn. But the price was Neka's memory of him. Old woman, softly. He will return to the world. But you will forget this journey, child. Neka waking up beside the stream in her village. Alone. Confused. A soft breeze carries a whisper. Ikedi's voice, faint.
Even if you forget me, I will remember you.